Hello everybody and welcome to another video from Tall Travels. So I'm feeling a bit dodgy this morning. Yesterday for some reason I bought one of those Monster energy drinks, okay? And I drank it in the afternoon, but I couldn't sleep at night, so I took a sleeping pill in the middle of the night, and then I woke up today and I feel very kind of fuzzy indeed. But yeah, I decided the only way to sort out my head today was go for a walk. So I decided to invite you guys along with me, and let's have a look around Tiraspol. Now here, everybody, we have a Soviet tram. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, this is a Kvint factory, by the way. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. This is where they make Kvint cognac. There we go, established in 1897. Every so often they have to change these things on the roof. I don't know what you call them. Electricity thingamajiggies. So everybody, yesterday I published a reaction video commenting on Sabbatical's video about being jailed in Russia, and I got a few negative comments on the channel from his regular fan base, which is to be expected really. So yeah, maybe I'll give you a bit more entertainment today. I'll do an impression of Sabbatical walking around Tiraspol. And now everybody, we're on Lenin Street, and we have a capitalist shopping center. I'm not quite sure what a capitalist shopping center is doing on Lenin Street. Okay, now this is important, you guys, for when you're visiting Tiraspol. This is the only currency exchange place that I know about that's open late. I think it's pretty much the only one open past 8 o'clock. So pay attention. So we've got the opening hours here, all right? So they work in different shifts. 1:30, they do a break between 11:45 and 12, 1:30 and 1:45, but pretty much open all night. And here we have the exchange rates, everybody, if you're interested. So there's quite a wide range of currencies that are accepted here. More options than the usual currency booths. Okay everybody, I better not do too many impressions of Sabbatical, because locals coming onto my video might think I'm serious and I could get arrested or something like that, like Sabbatical did in Russia. And I'd rather not spend my Christmas in a jail cell in Tiraspol, to be honest. Even England is not quite as bad as that. I tell you what, people, I really love Sundays in the former Soviet Union because they're actually proper quiet days. So it's my day off at the gym today, but usually I like going to the gym on Sundays. There's almost nobody there. And look around how quiet it is. Very nice for having a weekend stroll. Oh, everybody, I need to tell you there's something serious going on here in Pridnestrovie at the moment. So at the moment Pridnestrovie is in a state of emergency. I believe it's a 30-day state of emergency. Now I think I mentioned in my previous videos the reason for this. Basically Ukraine are receiving gas in a pipeline from Russia despite the war situation that's going on at the moment. But that contract runs out at the end of this year on December the 31st. So this region, Pridnestrovie, is actually powered by the gas that comes from this pipeline. So basically, Pridnestrovie are siphoning off this gas from the pipeline and they get it for free. So here in Pridnestrovie, people's gas and electricity bills are almost zero, which is in stark contrast to what the rest of people in Europe are paying at the moment. So yeah, people, you will see in Pridnestrovie people using electricity very liberally. So this gas that comes into Pridnestrovie it goes to this power station where it's converted into electricity. So on the streets of Tiraspol, you actually see a lot of electric cars, which makes sense because you can charge your electric car for pennies here. So, you know, in the long term, that's going to pay off very nicely. Yeah, let's hope this contract gets renewed, because I don't know what the alternative options are. There's no way. I can't see any other ways of Russia being able to feed Pridnestrovie with gas. I mean, you know, it's an isolated place here in Pridnestrovie. You've got Moldova to one side, Ukraine to the other side, and that's it. Pridnestrovie doesn't have access to the sea, so they can't deliver by sea. So, yeah, if you have any ideas about this, then let me know. This is the way I understand the situation at the moment, guys. And this is a cheap and cheerful chain of cafes here in Pridnestrovie. So, yeah, it's one of these places they don't care too much about what you do. You can just turn up and there, not even buy anything sometimes. Yeah, it's a strange place. They never seem to have many customers, but always seem to be open. So yeah, everybody, not too sure what the future holds for Pridnestrovie. They seem to be in a kind of delicate geographical position here. They got Moldova to one side, Ukraine to the other side. They got their energy crisis looming. There's talk that maybe they'll be involved in this Ukraine-Russian war at some point. I hope not. So yeah, we really don't know what's going to happen. So this is one of the banks here in Pridnestrovie. I think there's 3 banks. They've got the Russian bank, Sberbank, and one other, I can't remember the name, but this is Exim Bank, and you see here, Clever, that says in Russian. So that's their local way to pay for things. So if you don't have a Clever card, then you're not very clever, I'm afraid. And here, everybody, we've got some important people from Pridnestrovie. This guy is called Justinian. Oh, unfortunately, some of them have passed away, but yeah, these are some important people in Pridnestrovie history. Some guys that fought for independence, astronauts, Soviet astronauts. Now, as we can see, everybody, it's pretty Christmassy here outside this Dom Sovietov. Very grand building, and what you can't see at the moment because it's daytime is they have Christmas lights in all these trees. So at night time, this is very, very impressive. Here we have our Soviet homeboy, Top L. I really like these creepy trees, everybody. Not sure what type of tree they are. I think they're perhaps weeping willows or something like that. Okay, everybody, so I don't have a mobile internet card here in Pridnestrovie. I could have bought one, but I just didn't. So I'm picking up Wi-Fi from all these cafes that I go to. So I just picked up Wi-Fi here, and I'm just checking on my comments on my last video. This video is 20 minutes long, and it contributed absolutely no new information about what happened to Tommy from sabbatical. Well, what did you expect? He hasn't published the second part of his video yet. Wasted my time on your comments. Not interesting, just conceited. Who care if it was clickbait? He is still great vlogger. He is indeed. Got very nice opticians here, everybody. You don't see opticians like that in the UK. Down here, everybody, we've got an outdoor market. Now, most of these shops down here are actually flower sellers, but there's also a couple of banks there. So if you need to change some money, these guys are open till, I think, 8:05 is the latest one. And you got some shops down there selling food and other stuff too. Oh, it's getting a bit chilly, guys. Since I had that butchering at the barber shop a couple of days, things have got a lot colder. So I have to put my hood up. Okay, everybody, so I'll tell you one thing that annoys me about Pridnestrovie. It's very difficult to get fresh meat here. So basically, there's a chain of supermarkets called Sheriff, and they're the only ticket in town. But in Sheriff, if you want to buy some chicken, it's all frozen. So, I mean, that's not a problem sometimes, but they don't sell chicken breast, for example, any frozen chicken breast. So, yeah, and they have a very small meat section, but it's like a barbecue section, and they don't always have meat in there, but sometimes they have pork and beef. But you have to get it quickly, because it runs out very quickly. So over there you have a butcher shop, so you can get pretty much anything in here, but I haven't found any other butcher shops in the centre, and it's a little bit far from where I'm staying, so it's not that convenient. Oh guys, look at that. Just take my money, darling. I don't care what you're offering. Now guys, I haven't talked too much about the cost of living here. I've told you that if you want to buy property here, it's cheap. But renting property is also pretty cheap. You can get an apartment in the centre for a couple of $100 a month probably. And if we're talking about daily expenses, coffee shops, very, very reasonable. Like some really great coffee shops here, and you're paying literally 50 British pence for a coffee. So in the West we keep hearing in the news about, oh, coffee prices are going up, there's bad coffee harvests and that kind of stuff. Well, they don't seem to be affected here. And if you want to eat a meal in a restaurant, if you go to a simple stolowa, then you're talking about £3. But if you want to go to a normal restaurant, quite a nice place, then you're looking at, for a meal, a minimum of £5. And for a beer, you're talking about £1.50. And as I mentioned before, Pridnestrovie and Moldova are famous for wine production. So wine is very cheap here. You can go into a cafe and get a glass of wine for about £1. So yeah, that's pretty incredible. Okay guys, now I'm going to take you into Sheriff Supermarket, okay? And I have to be a bit more discreet in here because it's always busy and it's a small place. Everybody's banging into each other, so nobody's going to like some guy walking around with a camera. So I'm going to take the camera off the selfie stick. But yeah, the supermarkets here don't quite have the same range as they do in Moldova, but they have everything you need. And it's like old school supermarkets, okay? So it's like something in the 1970s in the West where you have women dressed in uniforms and they bag everything for you, and they bag everything very, very well. So let's go and have a look inside. Check it out, everybody. Sausage jockey. Sausage jockey. Sausage jockey. Here we have the local vodka, everybody. Look. A litre of vodka for €3. Very nice. That's the good stuff as well. Or for a little bottle of Russian vodka there, less than €1. Locally made Kvint cognac, everybody. 62, which is about £3 British. And here we have the local Kvint wine. Look at that bottle of wine for £2. Not bad, eh? Now everybody, back there we had sausages and jockey. And here we have Dick's. Another problem with these supermarkets is that the shopping baskets are old school Soviet ones and they weigh a ton. So this is really pretty hard to carry. That's why I think part of the reason is that there's a lot of shopping trolleys in this supermarket and people end up going around smashing into each other because it's pretty small in here. Yo. Check this out, everybody. Revo. This is a kind of alcoholic soft drink. A big shout out to the Revo crew in Kiev from the old days. They're selling Moldovan beer in here. I don't like this Kozol beer, it's not good. Now guys, I very rarely eat anything sweet, but sometimes I like one of these ice creams. Packet, пожалуйста. Alright everybody, so that was a look inside a Soviet supermarket. Okay everybody, so that was a little look around at Christmas time in Pridnestrovie, a Soviet republic that does not exist. So thanks very much for watching this video everybody. I should be knocking out a couple more videos before Christmas. I won't wish you a happy Christmas just yet. So yeah, take care of yourselves and until next time.